Hi, I am Chelsea Campbell. This is my case study for EDL 851, A Good Teacher Turns Bad. So a summary of this is Miss Wilson, she's the admin, so I'm pretending to be Miss Wilson right now, is in her third year as principal of Crestview Elementary. She has a teacher, Mrs. Horton, who is a seasoned teacher. She was a former recipient of Teacher of the Year, so she was a really great teacher at one point. All of a sudden, Miss Horton is going through problems at home and begins to bring that stress with her to work. So things turn a little south, and she's no longer a fantastic teacher. And then the problem really arises when Mr. Stafford has a daughter in Mrs. Horton's class, and he would like a new teacher. So he comes to the school and addresses all of these issues that are happening. So, Miss Wilson has received numerous complaints about Mrs. Horton. So, Miss Horton has been said to be verbally abusive to the students. She embarrasses the children, and then she is refusing to have parent-teacher conferences. So, a whole bunch of parents have contacted her wanting to talk about this situation and see what's going on, and she has refused to talk with them. There's been complaints also filed to the board. Many complaints to Mrs. Wilson about this. However, when Mrs. Wilson has gone into the room, she has not seen any of this action. Parents want their children removed from her class, so they're constantly asking for Mrs. Wilson to remove their child and switch them to a different teacher. And then Mrs. Horton is extremely defensive about this situation. So instead of focusing on how she can improve and fix this situation, she is just absolutely like, there's no way that I did this. I don't know why they're saying this. Okay, so my plan to fix this is I would conference privately with Miss Horton, expressing the concerns of parents. We need to let her know. Like, maybe she has absolutely no idea that parents are feeling this way or something. I'm not sure. So the best way to figure that out is to talk with her and figure out what's going on. And then together, her and I would sit down and create an improvement plan to fix the situation. She needs to know that what she's currently doing and her current standard is not okay, and that here are the steps we are going to take to improve this. Then I need to let the parents know that there is action in place. Here is this improvement plan. This is what we are going to do to fix this. We can't just move all the kids from our class, and we can't just not let the parents know anything. They need to be informed. They need to know that something has been done about this situation, and you are currently trying to fix it. And then absolutely, I need to make sure that I follow through on holding her accountable. It's no longer I can just trust her in her classroom. I need to be the one that follows through, holds her accountable, lets her know how she's doing on the improvement plan, if she's checking off all the boxes, if she's not. And if she's not, then we're going to take further steps and we will document everything. And if it gets to that point, we would have to let her go. Okay, so by implementing an improvement plan, we are improving instruction. So students will get better instruction. They will feel more comfortable in class. Then the principal is going to be involved in the classroom environment. Okay, sorry about that. So Mrs. Wilson will be involved in the classroom environment. So the principal, she's going to be around. Just like I said, I would have to hold her accountable. And with the principal in there, she is supporting the classroom environment. And then parents are informed. We need to make sure that parents are involved. Especially having parental involvement is always a good thing, especially in a first grade classroom. So super important for an elementary school to have parental involvement and to let them know what's going on in the classroom. Okay, so some things that I thought about and felt like I kind of missed. So one thing that I really thought about and felt was that Miss Horton is definitely in need of help. She's clearly going through some classroom issues. So my plan didn't really necessarily address that issue. So I really do think that Mrs. Horton would benefit from counseling to help her cope with her new situation. Maybe that would overall make her a better teacher again. And then I think that the principal was at fault for needing to react quicker. This situation should not have gotten to this level. There are many cases where Mrs. Wilson said that she noticed that something was wrong and just trusted that she was going to do the right thing. And I know it's awkward to always talk with somebody, but she's the boss and she should have done something quicker. So in my plan, it didn't really address this issue. There's nothing, you can't rewind time. So I do think that Mrs. Wilson is a little bit at fault for this situation escalating so much. And then something in my plan was, I feel like apologies are needed. I think if Miss Horton was truly doing these terrible things and verbally abusing her students, she should probably apologize. I didn't force that to happen in my plan. I do think apologies go a long way in today's society, so I feel like it's needed. Okay, so by implementing this improvement classroom plan, students will be more successful. They'll be able to succeed academically and be supported both emotionally and mentally. So students will be able to learn better. They'll be more successful since they have a classroom teacher who is ready for instruction. She has an improvement plan and she knows what she needs to do to make the classroom environment better. All right, so component 1, by creating a positive learning environment, I've supported the students academically. I'm supporting teacher growth by implementing a improvement plan, and I'm ensuring that the teacher and student have good relationships. Relationships are extremely important for teachers and students. It's how you get your students to learn more if you have good relationships. So I've also created a safe learning environment for students. I've involved the parents, and I supported teacher and students in the improvement process. So by involving parents, you're getting a better classroom environment. The more the parents know, the more relaxed they feel, and the better students do when they know that their parents are involved in knowing what they're doing in class. Since I've supported student and teacher growth, I am doing what I need to do to create a more effective and safe learning environment for these students. And lastly, I devised an improvement plan with the teacher, so we collaborated and came to agreement on what the improvement plan is. Maybe she wouldn't like everything in the improvement plan, but we agreed on what was there. With this improvement plan, we are going to enhance student learning, and then the improvement plan supported the growth and development of staff. And that is my case study for A Teacher Gone Bad. Thanks for watching.